Hello, anybody home? Well, I just flew in from England, and boy, are my arms tired. Burks Oakley is here. That's one. Andreas Postler makes two. He's in Germany. I was just right near you, almost. And yes, Diana, I just, flap, flap, flap. That's me. Hello, everybody who's checking in. And Mint says Raleigh times 2. Yeah, I thought I'd have more time in between. I just tried to get Suki out to pee, and she was not being cooperative, so I got here with about a second to spare. Yeah. So that was a nice thing in England, wasn't it? Dariush is a really good guy and really, a young guy who's really into the guitar and getting better by the day, and he's already good. And as was Steve, the guy who played before me. Really did a nice set. And I'm going to go back later and listen to Finton, the third performer for that show. Anyhow, I should get going here because time is flying, So, and I'm going to turn the volume down so we don't hear those little sounds. Is out tonight, it's hanging high. The stars are hiding in the sky, and in the distance somewhere I know, keeping down and laying low, is a coyote. On the hills and the ridge beyond, there lie the tracks of the vagabond. He's on the move again across the chaparral, and where he's headed now no one can tell. But he's running on the wings of the night, he's running wild and free. He's a Badlands refugee, and he don't know wrong from right. He's just chasing down his dreams, like you and me, it seems. Coyote. Sagebrush blows with the cold north wind. They say that soon he must come again. He's running across the desert floor. Soon he'll be there, right by your door. Coyote. Some say the coyote is not to blame for the bounty that's put on his name. And when you look into his eyes, you see no regrets and no alibis. He's running on the wings of the night, he's running wild and free. He's a Badlands refugee, and he don't know wrong from right. He's just chasing down his dreams, like you and me, it seems. Coyote. Coyote by Willis Allen Ramsey. You know, at this point in the day, I might not trust my ears. So I'm going to listen to my little electronic tuner here, tell me whether this string is in tune. A little bit flat. Oh, that's flat too. Maybe we have to tune everything up a little. The wood stove is cranking here. I have 2 windows open, and it's 75 degrees in here. And I'm running a small fire, just a couple little logs, but they're burning hot. And when the wood stove gets running like that, come on, turn off. The moisture goes out of the air and the guitar dries up, and the drier it gets, the more the pitch drops. I'll keep a humidifier in the guitar when it's in the case, but it's been out all day because I've been doing what you know I've been doing. So next up, jazz. I love you oh so madly. I need your love so badly. But I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. I thought at last I had found you, but other arms surround you, and I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. If you'd surrender for just a tender kiss or two, you might discover that I was the lover who was meant for you, and I'd be true. But what's the use of all this scheming? I know I must be dreaming, 'cause I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. If you'd surrender for just a tender kiss or two, you might discover that I was the lover who was meant for you, and I'd be true. But what's the use of all this scheming? I know I must be dreaming, 'cause I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. Ghost of a Chance. Somebody will say who wrote that, because I don't know. Okay, Terry St. James. Does having a wood stove play havoc on the guitar neck? Not on my guitars. I don't seem to have trouble with the necks, although if they do get too dry, the action drops, so that if the neck isn't perfectly straight, you get a lot of buzzing, and you could get buzzing anyhow. My brother is on here. Hey, Rich. Well, you got that jazz right now, and that's all the jazz for today. I think we're going to go more. We're going to rock and roll from here on out. Jay Dusenberry's here from California. I'm going to kind of go backwards. Bunny Barnes, Linda Pasqua Blaze, Steve Edelman in Tucson, Steve Lowry, Margot Lemieux, my dear Biggie, Big Dan, Linda, again, Warren Bendler, Terry St. James, Deborah Lipster of Vasallo from Madrid, Mike Verbeck, Amy Farabee. I said Jay, Michelle Burke, Terry St. James, John Sauer. Hey, John, good to have you here. Carol Pratt. Is Kit Serikaku here too? And Kiara Boss, I saw you're here again. It's nice of you to stop in. Nice to renew this old friendship. Michelle Benjamin, Andreas, and Warren Bendler, and Steve Snyder, and S.A. Tudhope. And tell me if I'm pronouncing that right, S.A. And Bob Walker, my old buddy, and Kathy Marzik. Kathy, who sent me that beautiful book. She doesn't even know me, and she stalked the internet and found all these great pictures of Janice and sent them to me. And Lauren Payne, who is Kit Serikaku's sister, and Bunny Barnes, and Big Dan again, and Terry, and Kit, and John Sprouse. Hi, John, and Steve Snyder, and Bunny Barnes again, and Carol Pratt, and Alan Kane. That long drink of water, big old tall guy. And Joyce Goldberg, and Phil Pappas, and Helen Tober Fowler from Michigan, and Cindy Glorioso, and a whole bunch of people. Jerry Cowan. Jerry's one of my saviors the last couple weeks. And Sally Sisto, you sweetie pie, you. And Barbara Dean, and Charlotte Cantrell. Hey, Charlotte. You must be happy because you got to hear me do a Steve Mann arrangement in England. Now, speaking of England, this tune in America, this instrumental I'm going to do, hi Pammy, this instrumental I'm going to do, and Tom Dietz and Terry Canty, hey, and Deborah Libby Clark, is called Simple Gifts, and it's thought of as being a Quaker tune. But when I was in Australia, and I think in England, it's actually a Christmas tune, and since I don't do many Christmas tunes, I thought I would do it, and it's called The Lord of the Dance. The Lord of the Dance. So, what's today? Today's Thursday. I did get to catch Kokomo this morning, the Kokomo Kid. He had a great show, as usual. And I think my friend Susie Burke and David Surratt are doing a couple Christmas shows, I think Friday night and Saturday night. So check out that. Susie Burke, Susieburke. It might be off her page. And her husband, who is my favorite mandolin player in the world, David Surratt, and is also a great guitar player. And they have two daughters, one of whom is in a band called Lula Isles, which is very popular with the young folks, they tell me. And that's Isa. And then Juliana is not in that band, but she's a great musician too. She did a killer version of Paul Simon's American Tune last time they did a concert. Anyhow, look for that. If Susie's on here, which I didn't see her, but if she is, maybe she'll post a link to it. But Susie Burke. And I will be back Saturday. Alex will be tomorrow at 3:30. Alex Bevan, Bevan. And that's all I can think of right now. And one more tune, one for the road here. Don't know whether to use a flat pick or go blind, as they say. I think this is a flat pick tune. I've been warped by the rain, driven by the snow. I'm drunk and dirty, don't you know? But I'm still willing. And out on the road late last night, I seen my pretty Alice in every headlight. Oh, Alice, Dallas, Alice. And I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari, to Hatchapee to Tonopah, driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. Driven the back roads so I wouldn't get weighed. And if you give me weed, whites, and wine, show me a sign, I'd be willing to be moving. Well, I've been kicked by the wind and robbed by the sleet. I had my head stove in, but I'm still on my feet. And I'm still willing. And I smuggled some smokes and folks from Mexico, baked by the sun every time I go to Mexico. And I'm still. And I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari, to Hatchapee to Tonopah, driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. Driven the back roads so I wouldn't get weighed. And if you give me weed, whites, and wine, and show me a sign, I'd be willing to be moving. I'd be willing from the late, great Lowell George Willen. So thank you for joining me. I loved doing the English thing, the British thing, but I couldn't see people talking to me like I can with you guys. And you guys are such a joy to be around. And I'm going to go back and read whatever people wrote in comments on the Burjanch Foundation page, of course. But in the moment, I felt a little less social there than I feel here. So thank you all for joining me yet again. And I will see you on Saturday. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves. I love you, one and all. Bye-bye.